This training video is to show you how to create an incident and starting off by completing your activity and going into your incident. So step number one is log into Perspective. When you log into Perspective, you're going to come into this main screen, which is called the dashboard. After you're in the dashboard, you have to go to this bottom left part, click on Report Forms. Once you click on Report Forms, it's going to directly take you to the activities. If it's not in activities because you clicked on something else here, you may not have all these menus here that I do, but it's okay. You should have activities and you should have incidents. So if you are not sure, click on activities and it will take you to all the latest activities. If you don't have all the latest activities, you can click on all records. So you click on that button. Once it's finishing refreshing, it's going to give you all the latest activities that have been added. It's going to start from the latest one, or the newest one, I'm sorry, on the top, to the oldest one all the way if you scroll down. So now your job is to find out which one is your activity. We have an activity, it's 979, a training report. As you can see, there's two activities that are 979. So I got to check to see which one is the one assigned to me. So if I click on this one to test it, the dispatcher should have put right here my name or whoever's name it was assigned to. But if it's if it's not there, you can go to controls and verify that the record owner of this training activity was issued to Jose. So it's definitely not my activity. So I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to go to the next one, which is an also 979. And as you can see here, it should have been my name there. But if it's not, you go to controls and you check on the record owner. This one was definitely assigned to me. And it is a training activity, so it's going to be a training report. But we will include a lot of different things in this training report. We're going to include uh, pictures of a 945 and different things, so you guys can understand how to attach pictures and how to make this training report a more thorough explanation. So once you know and you verify that this is your activity, you're in the general tab. You should have some basic information on the building that it happened. You're going to click on edit. After you click on edit, you're going to change the reported date and time. So when was it reported to you? It was reported to me today at 4:55. That's when it was reported to me that there was some type of situation. Once you change that, you can go to the campus, change the building if you need to. In this case, is correct, the 1501 building. And this happened on the exterior of the building. Make sure you fill out here the floor, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it might be. It might be all interior and exterior. If you found open doors, for example, inside the building, and then you found an open gate outside, you can put all interior and exterior. For this instance, we're just going to say exterior. You can always change it and adjust it no matter what, for whatever reason your report is going to be. So for this, we're going to put exterior. Next one, we're going to go from the general tab to the involvements tab. Here's where you want to make sure that you put every person, every organization, every vehicle, and every item that your report requires. So for instance, persons, we're going to add new. You're going to put first name, Pat. I'm going to put myself there as the complainant. I am an employee, so you're going to check that off, and you're going to put cell phone numbers. Do not put extension numbers or your landline, because if we need to contact this person and you only put their landline, their work phone number, then we can only get a hold of them during work hours. So if somebody calls you and tells you that they stole their cell phone and we need to get a hold of them, don't put their cell phone number because that phone was stolen. So you have to find a different number. Somebody else that we can contact. But if it's somebody, an employee, and I'm making a complaint, don't just put my landline. You can put two numbers. So I can put my landline, and down here I can put cell number. So that you can put in there whatever your cell phone number, that you can add an email address here, you can add their home address here. You definitely want to add a date of birth if you have it. If it's available to you, and let's say somebody fell down and you need to identify who this is and you have their date of birth, put it there. We can put date of birth because it is public records, so it's not a HIPAA violation. You can also put gender. You can also put in here the department, which is public safety, and if you know the height and the weight, definitely add all the details you can. What happened to this person? This person was interviewed. Was first aid administered? Was this person injured? Was this person hospitalized? For now, we're just going to leave it like that. Click OK. We're going to add another person. We're going to add Jose. And we're going to list them as the victim. We're just going to pretend that Jose fell down. So male also works for public safety. I'm sorry, I scrolled down on this one, so that's why you saw this. So an employee, we're going to put cell phone number. It's not the actual number, I'm just writing numbers down, but as you can see, date of birth, we're going to put just putting a date there, but just give you an example of how you fill that out. You can put notes here. Works at Lennar. So now you have two people that you have listed. We're gonna list a suspect like a 916 or somebody that we don't know their name. So let's say you get to a situation where you arrive and there's a person down and they're unconscious. You obviously can't ask for their name. Fire rescue comes, fire rescue takes them. You don't know their name. So if you don't know their name, you're going to put unknown, unknown. Gender, we're just going to say it was a lady. So now you can describe here, older lady that fell. We're going to list her as the victim. She is the victim, the person that fell down. So was she injured? You can check off all these things. Was she an employee? No. We have no idea what their phone number is. So you can put in there on the notes that she was unconscious, that she was hurt, she couldn't provide you the information. Put something there to identify the fact that you couldn't get other information. So for now, I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to go to organizations. Organizations, same thing, you add new. Add new, we're going to say PD1 responded. So it's off duty, Miami-Dade, Miami Police Department, Police 1. This is the name of the officer. So maybe it was Officer Hernandez. Daniel, just making up a name. What's the PD case number? So the PD case number is whatever they gave you. Organization name, you can just put in here PD1, or you can also search for it here. So city, and it's going to give me City of Miami Police Department or City of Miami Fire Department. So in this instance is Police Department. going to give you, do you wish to update this information? Yes. And now you have their logo. It fills out here this information, their number, and their organization type. So now, responded to scene. We're going to add fire rescue. So right here we know it's City of Miami Fire Rescue. So I just type city and I'm going to put fire. So responding service agency, because it's definitely not PD1 anymore. That's the responding agency. Their alarm number is, and we're going to say this was Captain Jones. We can add many other organizations. So if somebody got towed and we had to call Molina Towing, I put TO for towing or tow. You have Molina. That's the responding agency. If they give you a case number that they have, great. If they don't give you a case number, that's okay. But who's the person that came in and got the vehicle? So we're just going to say this person was just a name, James. That's all we were able to get for him. So now, towed vehicle to victim's home due to vehicle was broken down. That's just an example. It could have been towed because it was illegally parked. It could have been towed because many other reasons. It got involved in an accident. So maybe it was repossessed. So at least we know we're putting a comment here that it was towed to victim's home because the vehicle was broken. So you put your information there, we know exactly what happened. Next thing is you're going to put the vehicle. So what type of vehicle was it? You're going to add new. So this was the, we're going to say it was the victim because this vehicle was damaged. So again, this is a training report, so it may not make a lot of sense. We're just adding information to the report. I'm showing everybody how to add information. So we're just going to say this vehicle got scratched. License plate, we were not able to get it. Make, Chevy, model, let's just say it was a Corvette. I do have a picture of a car. You can click on this section right here. We're going to say that that is the vehicle that got damaged. Comments, vehicle was damaged while parking. You can add any type of detail that you want there. That's what that comment section is for. So in the disposition, you can state there what happened to the vehicle. Was it damaged? Was it recovered? Was it parked illegally? So for now, we know it had a damage on it. So you can only attach one picture here to show the vehicle or the item that you want. But there's another section to add more pictures. So for now, we just added the vehicle. You can add multiple vehicles. So you have a vehicle accident, you're going to list one as the victim, and you're going to list the next one as the suspect, whoever created the incident or the accident. Then we're going to go to items. We're going to add an item because we're going to, again, use this as a training report. And we're pretending that somebody lost a phone. So what happened to the item? We're going to place it in lost and found. So if we recovered it, where are we taking it to? What are we doing with it? We're going to place it in lost and found. It's a cell phone. Again, we can add the picture here. I have a picture of a cell phone. On the notes, you can put it was a Samsung older phone with a cracked screen. So if you found this item and it has a cracked screen, you want to make sure that you state that. You don't want to be the one that gets blamed for, hey, my phone was in perfect condition. You state there, when I found it, it had a cracked screen. Now you're covered. So you can put other information here. If it's an item that was stolen, we're going to add the value here. For now, we're just pretending that this was a 932R. We recovered this phone. We're going to place it in lost and found. That's the information that we really need. If you have model, make, and all these information here, make sure you state it. There are some cases where you're not sure what model it is. So if you find jewelry, you don't know what model jewelry it is. There is no model to that jewelry. So make sure that you state here, jewelry found was a necklace with gold color or silver in color. We don't really know if it's gold. We don't really know if it's silver, but we know it's silver color. So for instance, we're going to create this again. We're going to add another one. This time we're going to add a set of keys. This is a very common item that's always found. So this, we're going to also place this in lost and found. The keys, I have a set of keys here. You took the picture of the keys, we're sending it to lost and found. Maybe they were found by southeast driveway. Just as an example of maybe where you found them. So the next item we're going to list is going to be you can list the vehicle here too. What happened to it? You can, I'm sorry, we're going to add a, this is how you erase that picture. So you just press the X and it's over. So we found somebody's ID. I have an ID of a person here. You're going to put it there. And what did we do to it? Did we take this ID and gave it to photo ID staff? I'm going to take it directly to them. What is this? This is a ID and access card. And we know that we gave it to photo ID. If we just placed it in lost and found, then we choose placed it in lost and found. If we took it directly and we gave it to one of the people that work in photo ID, then choose that we gave it to somebody in photo ID. That way we know specifically that you gave it to somebody that works there. You click OK, and now you know how to not only put a picture, create an item, but how to delete a picture from there. So the next tab is the attachments tab. Here you can add multiple things. If you go to the files, add new, attachment type. You can put something that's confidential for investigation use only. This is really used by the investigators, but if you have something there that it should be more private, you can use that to advise others that it is only for investigation. So you can scan a document, you can put a picture, you can put a video. For now, we're going to add all of these pictures. I'm choosing all of these pictures. So you can see that you don't only have to put one at a time. And they're all listed right there. So that first one, what is it? It's a picture. That is a picture. For now, these are all pictures. There's a little checkbox here that says include when printing. So if you're not sure if it has to be printed, you can leave that unchecked. But if you want this picture to be shown when we print out this report, so let's say for this one, we're not going to check it. For the scratch of the vehicle, we do want it printed on the report. The set of keys, we do want to print it. And what is it? It's a picture. Stairs, we don't want. that included when it's printed. So for now, you can check off what you want printed. If you're not sure, leave it unchecked. It's okay. So you can definitely put descriptions on these and add more details. So once you have all your pictures, you click OK, and you can see it takes a little time for it to update all the pictures here. Once you have all the pictures that have been added to your activity, you can click on pictures and you see the pictures. If you click on files, you see the file name and what type of file it is. It's JPEG, so it's a picture. You can see the file size. And again, if you need to delete this one, for example, I'm going to delete this cell phone because I made a mistake. I double click it. I find out, yes, it's a cell phone. You can view it here. You can open it just to make sure, yes, that's a cell phone. I made a mistake. I want to delete this picture, so you click it, so it's highlighted, then you click on remove, and it's going to tell you, are you sure you want to remove this record? Yes, it removed it. As you can see in all these pictures, it's no longer there. So even if you make a mistake, it's okay. You can go and delete that picture or add that picture. So we've checked everything on the general involvements from persons, organizations, vehicles, items, and all the attachments that we need. So now what we're going to do is we need to make sure we save this. You save it so everything gets stored in there. Once you save it and you know everything was complete, you save it and then you create incident. This is where it goes from activity, and as soon as I create an incident and I click on create incident, it's automatically going to take me to incidents. So again, I saved it, I create an incident, and you're going to see the activity, it gets switched to incidents. I did not click it, it just automatically went there. So if you check here, there is no incident number as of now. It's right now it's blank. So the next video is going to be, we're going to start at this point to show you how to go from the activity to the incident.